This that boring guy. I love the Aschen because at this point in the show, our arch enemy has been one of immense. Gosh, the Goa'uld are out there, and they're loud, and they're obnoxious, and they enslave people, and it's all of this and all of that, and it's in your face. And now we have an enemy, if you're aware that they're an enemy, who is none of that.
Yeah.
Who is completely desaturated, right down to their clothing.
Yeah.
So you get the offer of Borren. Did they send you a tape of 2010?
No. So what happened was, it's great that you brought this up, because what happened was Peter DeLuise was directing the episode, and I was there for my first day, and I believe it was the day where I first meet the entourage, who has just come through the Stargate. And I come walking down the path, and we have this dialogue in the rehearsal, and Peter pulls me aside and says, "Okay, Robert, great. Now, whatever you're doing, don't do it. I don't want you to do anything."
So you had already delivered a take.
I don't think so. I think we were just blocking it, but but he works really fast. So you like Peter works so fast, and he might have just filmed the rehearsal. And he was like, "Do nothing. This is the Aschen." And I was like, "Okay, got it." So then it was just like, luckily I have training, and I was able to just go. And I got to say, I kind of think I nailed it. And Dion as well. Dion was so great. Yeah, I remember. Here's a little story about Dion. When we have this scene where the initial negotiation, and Dion has all of this dialogue, and sci-fi dialogue is unlike any other. It can be incredibly complex, and those who don't know, like, we actors have to work really hard and put in the time to drill those lines and drill it. It doesn't just come automatically. And poor Dion was having one of those days where the dialogue just wasn't coming to him. Because if you're doing, say, traditional television, where it's present day and it's, real life kind of situations, we can use substitutions or whatever to make things make sense to us, right? But if you're unaware of the worlds that a show like Stargate can present, and the concepts and the ideas and the technology that you need to discuss, as watching David Hewlett deliver this dialogue, this really highly technical dialogue about stuff that doesn't actually exist in the real world. So he has no personal experience with it, except for he's got to make sense of it, so that, because if he makes sense of it, we will make sense of it as an audience, right?
But if he doesn't, it sounds like gobbledygook. You can't just say it. Saying it is not enough. You have to believe it.
You have to believe it, and you have to know what you're talking about specifically. And so poor Dion was having a little bit of trouble, and Richard Dean Anderson was so kind. And he just had a set of sides, which are like a little tiny version of the script that we're filming that day. And he put it down in front of Dion, and he said, "Here it is, man." He said, "We get it. We have to do it all the time.
Yeah.
If you need to cheat and take a look at your lines, do it." Right. And he was so kind. That's the other thing about working on the show both times that I really, really appreciated. It was amazing to me that, all of these actors are at a high level, all the writers are at a high level, the producers, directors at a high level. And they were, and very intelligent, and they were all so grounded and kind and humble. And there was just like, yeah, this is just what we do. We're just doing our job, and welcome aboard. And it's great to have you. And we're just doing this really super cool thing that, is just our day job.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really, really nice to see.
I am delighted that you had, and surprised that you had not seen 2010 before this. Usually when they bring people in, they give them tapes of any relevant information from a previous episode. So you didn't know the Aschen going in, or their motivations. So you can, like a line like you'll find we are a very patient people doesn't mean to you what it would mean to someone who's seen it.
Yes, exactly. And I have to admit, I appreciate science fiction a lot, but I'm not like a rabid fan of it, a really super passionate fan of it. My brother is certainly, he's a big Star Trek fan, and he lives in London now, and he works in tech, he works in AI, and is doing really well in that regard, and was like super pumped that I was going to be on Stargate, and has watched it all and all the Star Trek, and he's a really genuine fan. So I know how amazingly passionate you guys are, and I so appreciate it. And I also know that you're going to know way more about the world than I will, and forgive me for that. It's just my passions lie elsewhere, but I so appreciate science fiction fans, because you guys are like none other. It's amazing. And, the sci-fi world as it is would not exist without you.
People have to enjoy it and keep on wanting it to come back. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I love, the look on your face when you realize, oh, I just said the quiet part out loud. Sterility. It's like the moment that the whole episode hangs on, because he's not thinking about anything. He's just there wanting to get this deal done. We're wanting the gate coordinates, Oh, we've got some, Volian text here. What is this word? Oh, it's sterility. Sterility? Oh, you're onto us. Uh-oh.
And
you look up, and you're the most animated of the entire episode, and you look at Borren, and it's like, God, I stepped in it.
Yeah.
And from then on out, whoosh, they completely transform. Thanks for watching this clip from Dial the Gate. You can find the full live stream shows on our YouTube channel, or visit dialthegate.com for the complete schedule. See you on the other side.